Yo, people. Yes, people. Team Talk Podcast 48. Myself, Samuel Law. I got Coach with me. I got Ibs with me. How you doing, guys?
Yeah, good, man.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll get straight into it. Liverpool 2-0 winners against Chelsea. Did anyone see any result different? Otherwise, did you think it was going to be a different kind of result?
Nah.
You thought Liverpool win?
Yeah.
Coach?
It's early on in the season, isn't it? But I'm just not surprised Liverpool won. They're just in a better position. So
I mean, I thought because they're defending last week against Leeds, I thought Chelsea might get at them.
yeah. They could have.
You reckon the 10 men changed everything? The red card?
It changed the whole game. It changed the whole game because it was going back and forth. From what I was seeing, it's going back and forth. There wasn't nothing really major happening.
Yeah, it was kind of a drab.
Yeah, for 40 minutes, nothing major was happening. Then obviously Mane just does what Mane does, puts you in trouble off the ball. Christensen sleeping, he bear hugs him, and then he's going.
No, it was a good ball by Henderson. I'll give him that.
No, it was a good ball. I'm just saying that the run.
Oh, the run.
I'm just saying the run Mane made. Yeah, it was out of the blue. Like it was standstill with Christensen. Yeah, he's standing with him, and then next thing you know, Christensen's looked at his left, and he's 2 yards ahead of him. He's like, oh crap, I got to go and get him, and then he just grabbed him down, and it was a red.
At first, that first yellow card is what the ref gave. Did you not think? Because I said straight away that's going straight back to VAR.
Yeah.
It was a red card for me. It's that run. It's that outside in run, and it's what I said last week about defenders not wanting to turn in. Yes. And obviously, if you're a striker or a forward and you've got the pace on the defender, if they can't catch it, their next process of action is to take you down, and that's exactly what he did.
I mean, when they went down to 10 men, Liverpool, they brought Thiago on at half time. Who came off for Chelsea? Havertz came off. Havertz came off. Tomorrow came on, I believe. And then domination. You had Thiago there in the middle of the park. You know, just he looked sharp when he came on. You know,
he's a different kettle of fish, as they say.
Isn't that what Liverpool's been missing? That I've been saying that for a long time, and a lot of people have been saying it. That Liverpool's midfield, they all have that similar what they've been asked to do, but then there's just a bit of creativity that was lacking.
I think he's been brought in for the tight games in terms of not tight games, but you know because of what Liverpool's done the last 2 years, they're going into games sometimes already winning it in a tunnel. Like the other team's already just thinking about defending. He needs to defend. And I think he's one of them players
behind.
He's the one of the ones that can unlock that pass where they didn't have it. If you look at the other midfielders, Ronaldo, no. Keita, no. Henderson, no. Milner, no. Fabinho, doesn't play better than Thiago at the moment. So
is that the way they play, or was that the way Klopp has them playing though?
What do you mean?
You know, like the midfield three, it's always looked like just get it up to the front three. You've even
I've said that because
like keep it simple and just get to the front three.
Because that's what them centre midfielders are. They're simple.
I don't think so. You know.
Well, no,
I think Ronaldo has got more in his locker.
But playing through Ronaldo, he's not a player that you just play through as a midfielder. He's not one of those sort of playmakers and whatnot. Like even him off the ball is very good. He makes them late runs into the box and stuff like. He's got that energy and he can.
But when I see him for Netherlands, he plays further up, and it's not just off the ball. It's like he gets on the ball and he makes things happen. So I thought he could do that, but it seemed like Klopp was asking them to just get it in front, that could be. Firmino drops back anyway.
Yeah. I mean, when you've got a front three like that. Maybe if Netherlands had a front three like that, they'd get the ball up a bit quicker and stuff like that. But the front three that they've got there, listen, play through the lines, play quickly, get it up to the front three, and you saw from Mane's first goal. The combination play between Salah and Firmino. Firmino puts it on the plate. Not on the plate, but it was a great run once again, outside to in.
Was it 2-0 or 3-0? I said 2-0. Was it 3-0?
No, it was 2-0.
Oh, 2-0, okay.
2-0, yeah. Mane's running from outside to in, that unselfish run again. The desire is there. Gets in front of Reece James and tucks it in. And then it was just good night from there.
So, Ibs, does that mean then, what I just said, does that mean that we're going to see a different kind of midfield with now Thiago in there? So you see how Coach just said, get to the front three. You know what they're going to do, the front three. So now Thiago's in there. Is it going to be more of, you know, when Coutinho was playing, you know, it wasn't more just get to the front three like as quick as you can. It was more possession.
No, I don't think they'll change that much because Thiago's in essence a DM, or you want to call him a centre mid, but he just wants to control the ball, the pace of the passing and get across even quicker than they do now. It can still transition from defence midfielder to attack. He's just that link to take it quicker to them. Hendo might hold on to it for a few more seconds, or Fabinho might hold. He will just say, "Okay, Mane take, Salah take," just to quicken it up. Every year, at least getting quicker. If he's there to introduce it and just play a lot quicker than the other two. Hendo's ball was good. Don't get me wrong.
You don't rate Hendo, do you?
No, I don't.
What even
No,
after last season? Because I was on that train as well.
Great. Let's be honest. He's not great. But one thing he has is desire and heart. That's it. Yeah, he's not great.
Stuff you can't coach though.
Yeah.
That's
great.
what he's got. That's what
Thiago coming in is a massive upgrade on all of their centre mids. And I cited this time back before when you had a few of us around and I said that Liverpool haven't bought, but they're still good. But now they've just bought 2 good players.
Yeah, Jota's
And Jota's 23, but he has that Klopp mentality already.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Press. And he can nip in with goals as well. And he's one of those annoying players, low sense of gravity, and he can just get around the pitch. Klopp's not even. I don't even feel like Klopp's minimised what he's done. He's just added onto his squad. So now when you look at them and think, can they retain a title? My answer is yes.
Yeah, they're my pick for to win it.
Because again,
that signing especially.
City still haven't for me strengthened enough. Chelsea have bought and it will take time for them to really.
Oh, now you know it will take time. Remember that time I was saying that.
Let me finish. It will take the players time.
Yeah.
But do they have the manager to do that? No.
What
and
do
I
you
was
mean?
thinking about
Wait,
that. The players will take time to gel.
Yeah, which is
do
why
they have the manager for them to gel and get better? No. They need a new manager.
Already.
Lampard, I said this. He will be gone by December when 6 more of these defeats will happen. 6 more of these defeats will happen, and then everyone's
December,
gonna be like,
had that on camera.
Everyone's gonna be like, oh, Lampard, Lampard. He got the job on merit, and he only got the job because they couldn't have transfers.
But the thing is, like, I watched the game today, yeah, and let's not lie, Chelsea did okay before the red card, yeah. They looked threatening.
No one was on
No,
top.
but you lot cited that it was the drop. It was just
Yeah, it was a drop. It was
that type of game. They just wanted to cancel out Liverpool, and they did that by playing Kaya at false 9. Why are you not just putting Werner up top? You put Werner out on the left, and you put Havertz as a false 9. So in essence, you want him to drop off and link Mount and Werner, right? But he was just getting bullied. So then Werner has one-on-ones with Fabinho and Trent or whatever, and he was still getting taken apart.
I think Werner did all right today.
Yeah, but play him through the middle. Just that's what you've bought him for. Just play him there.
Yeah.
But you know it is, once again, who was Werner going to go to apart from Chelsea? It was Liverpool.
Yeah.
Maybe they've done a lot of scouting on him and
did.
how he plays down the middle. Do you get what I'm saying? Where Lamps might be thinking, okay, so if you guys have scouted him and seen how he plays down the middle, from what Lamps was setting up, Havertz was the false 9, and he's trying to get Werner in between what's his name? Trent, Alexander-Arnold, and Fabinho, and then he's trying to get Mount. I don't know why. Mount in between Virgil and Robinson. That's where he tried to attack. That's where he tried to.
So you saying he went wrong?
Obviously now.
When you play a false 9, your 2 wingers have to be so good off the ball and on the ball. Because your false 9 drops, Firmino done it, yeah? Even Messi did it. But when Messi did it, he had Pedro and Villa, who are players in the box who can score. You can't have a false 9 and have a striker and then Mount. What's Mount doing?
Mount not for me. Mount not for me. Werner, from what I can see today, Werner. He's a man that can float. If need be, he has got the IQ to float. I've seen enough today. Even when they went 10 men down.
Yeah.
He was still playing like they were playing 11, and that mentality there, like he can. I can see him playing in
Werner's
multiple
gonna
positions.
get goals in this team.
Yeah, he will get goals. I can see him. Mount, no, not for me.
Why did what's happening with Hudson-Odoi?
I was just about to say that.
Why is Hudson? You're not his biggest fan?
No.
Okay.
But I also feel if you're going to play a false 9, put him there. Put him there. Play him. You've got to play people who are quick enough to get behind. You can't play Mount. Mount does never want to go behind.
I agree.
But I thought Mount is not a winger anyway.
He's never been a winger.
Yeah, he's more of a central player. So I mean, why is Lampard trying to fit him in where it's obvious that because Kovacic is basically he's undroppable right now. I think Kovacic is a very good player. So it's like Lampard's looking at it. I can't really take him out for Mount. So where am I going to put Mount? Okay, I'll put him on the wing. And now even when Ziyech, they got Pulisic coming. Ziyech is coming.
This is why
Mount is not going to be on the wing anyway.
Man, listen, this it's like I said before last week. It's a squad game at the end of the day. So it's not just about who doesn't get in the. You're going to need everyone. Just like today, it's a perfect example. Those guys, as much as we rave about them, they weren't available. Yeah. The best ability is availability. They weren't available. And so if you need your squad.
If Cho is as good as people say he is, if he can't touch the 11 now, What happens with Pulisic, Ziyech, and then
And that is a
Can I
very good
go
point.
back to? Can I just go back to this? Why don't you rate Callum?
No.
No. What's now? What's
good,
now?
What's good about him?
Nah, Callum.
See,
No. What's good about him? That's the simplest question I've asked, and none of you can give me an answer.
No.
What's good about him?
I want an answer.
No, I want to say the other answer. What's not good about him? You give me that.
Okay. He's not
What
great.
flaws do you see?
He's not. Yeah.
He's not great in the boxes in finishing wise. He hasn't scored a lot of goals. Yeah.
Okay, no, I'll give you
He's
that. I'll
not-
give you that. I'll
he's
give you
not-
that.
But what I'm
no,
saying, he's
wait.
just.
No, I'll give him that. I know what you mean.
He's not great one-on-one.
No,
Oh, no,
I'm not with you there.
I'm not hearing that, man.
I'm not with you
I'm
there.
not hearing that. I'm not hearing that.
So you're telling me he can beat defenders easy. Wait.
Let me tell.
Wait,
Okay,
let me
go.
finish. Yeah? He's got pace. Fine. Wingers should have pace. He ain't an established crosser.
We have to
Again,
also. We have to.
you
We
don't-
have to
I'm
also
looking
think.
as a
We have to
winger.
also think how long he's been in that first team squad as well. That's what you have to think as well.
But he's been around for 2-3 years.
And
now,
I'm,
yeah?
t-
2
I'm
years, yeah.
listen. I'm telling you right now with Callum, yeah. Besides everything to the side, yeah. I'm telling people right now, no, yeah. But as a player, yeah, he's better than Sancho. And let me tell you why. He's better than
You do
Sancho.
remember there was a
No,
time when
yes.
they were talking about
So
this
this is what I'm talking about. His
I don't know.
reaction is based on now.
No, it's
now,
not. It's
Sancho
not.
is a better
It's
player.
not. It's not.
Sancho,
I've never
but I'm
rated a
saying, even when England went to play, when they got that racist chance and whatnot, when Sancho was one side and Callum was on the left there, Callum was the one that was shining.
People have got short memories.
People have got very
You see
short
before
memories
Callum
about
got
Callum,
injured,
bro.
yeah. You know the whole time when they were saying, will
And he had
sign?
Achilles
He's not gonna
injury as
sign.
well, you know.
Will he sign? He's not going to sign. He was playing very well.
He was playing very.
Even for England under
Listen,
21s,
under
and-
17s,
okay.
that team that they had there, Gomez, Callum Hudson-Odoi,
Foden.
Foden, Sancho, and all those guys don't know, blood. He was the pillar of that age.
Two things, yeah.
Go on.
Coach just said that he's a better player than Sancho. Right?
I'm saying,
pushed on more,
I think
anyway,
he has
regardless.
better
Attributes than Sancho.
Right now, Sancho is a better player.
But he has better attributes. Second for me, right, with Callum, is if he was good and he has ceilings and stuff, if one of the biggest clubs in the world legit want you, why are you staying at Chelsea?
That was my next question.
Why are
bro.
you staying at Chelsea and sitting on bench? This is before Sane, yeah? Before Coutinho.
I'm
went
with you
there.
right now.
All they had was Gnabry. You could have gone there when Bayern wanted you last year and do what Sancho's done, do what Bellingham's done, do what all the other English talents
I
that
think
are going
he's
abroad.
It's either
What
he's
I'm
regretting
saying-
it.
listen.
That he moved. That he signed that contract.
There's no ambition.
What I'm
He
saying-
wanted to
Oh,
stay and
he's
get
got no
150.
ambition.
He wanted to stay and get 150.
Listen. Criticizing a player that says
So there's more than that.
he's more than that.
Well,
But
there you
what
go.
I'm listen,
For what?
listen. What I'm saying is this: don't forget before you sign that contract, yeah. Do you think Lampard has told him, I'm going to splurge 250 on Havertz, this and this?
Yeah, that's
He
what I'm
obviously
saying,
had a
he's
conversation with Lampard and said, yo, you're going to be part of my plans. Now, being a part of a manager's plans, you know how football is. One season can change everything. Once he got that injury, have you seen he hasn't really been himself since. He hasn't recovered fully. And I told you it's going to take him time with that Achilles injury that he had and whatnot. And in that time, what have they gone and done, Lampard?
Yeah.
He's gone and bought Havertz, he's gone and bought...
Ibs has made a very good point.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But the point is, back to what he said is, if Mount is playing ahead of you, and guys like Pulisic, Ziyech haven't even touched grass yet, it's not a good sign.
But bruv, it's not a good sign. But once again, you have to understand about football. Football's also based on opinions, bruv. Yeah. One right now, bruv. There's no thing. You got it on Sky Sports News. They're saying right now, Bayern still want him. Bayern ain't gonna still want Callum if they feel, oh yeah, you know what, he's really showed his.
The boy's a player, man.
They know what he is now. Whether people want to judge him on, he took the money, he did this and whatnot. At the time he signed the contract, look at Chelsea's squad. He was going to. Pedro was on his way out. William was on his way out. The only thing was that he was going to be the next winger over there. Next thing you know, Lampard, bang, 250. He's going to do this. He's
Why
going to
though?
got that. No, but whatever reason Lampard is, we can query about why Lampard plays Mount. Why? Why does he play Mount on the wing? Why? There's loads of questions. It's just him as a manager. He's got his opinions. Just get what I'm saying? Right now, Callum needs to rediscover his form. I'm saying he's got better attributes than Sancho. Right now, Sancho is a better player right now. 100%. But when Callum comes back to form, and if he might go to Bayern on loan or something like that. You don't know, because I know for a fact he ain't going to sit on the bench forever. That's 100% fact. He's not going to just sit on the bench and just watch these other guys play while he's not doing nothing.
He must be frustrated.
Of course he's frustrated.
I'm sure he's regretting what,
This could be another conversation that we could have about, English talents and these young boys, right? But I put him in that same group as
Don't say, I know what he's going to say.
as
Just
the
don't do
Loftus Cheeks
No.
I'm going to carry on. I know.
Go on.
And these guys who are at big clubs,
And they chose to relax.
but they
instead of-
have zero about them.
But
Because,
Ibs,
the reason why I say that is because the Rubens, the Callums, there's more.
Tammy.
Not Tammy.
Players that are good, but that are.
But they're not
pushing
like
on, they're
they could do Barkley. Like there's so many of them who are just like for me like meh.
But,
Like,
what I'm saying is that this is where we're forgetting the whole picture. If we break each one down, Loftus-Cheek, he went out on loan to Crystal Palace, did his thing on that season. No one can't say he didn't do his thing.
What's he doing now?
No, but what I'm saying is that he has an injury. This is what I'm trying to
played
say.
last week.
No, I'm saying he's just come back from his injury. What I'm saying is, did he not have a lengthy injury last season? Otherwise, he would have played in Lampard's team. Don't forget that whole season that Lampard couldn't buy
no
players.
choice anyway.
He would have played Loftus-Cheek, but he was injured.
Okay, but now does he get back in this team?
No, not right now, because you've got players ahead of you right now. Once again, the best ability is availability. If Kovacic and Jorginho are playing, Loftus-Cheek, you've just come back from a long-term injury. You have to prove
Okay,
yourself
my
again to
question
get
is-
into the team.
My question is, with his ability, and he comes back, does he still warrant a place in that team? Because if you're good enough, even when you come back from injury, you should play.
not that's. But that's what I'm saying. That's not how football should be working. And
But it does.
even your club, I know for a fact, Arteta, that wouldn't be working at Arteta because you come from a long-term injury. Because you're good, you're just gonna go in there. No,
No,
if
I'm
the
just
man in
asking
front
the
of you is
question.
playing better than you,
No, I'm just asking
he's
the
not getting
question.
to the squad right
change as
now.
well.
Right now, he's not getting in.
Okay.
You know what? You know what? Let's go back though quickly because we're gonna move on. But you said something about pressing earlier. Coach, speak to that second goal, Mane, when he lost the ball and the desire to obviously Kepa made a mistake.
Yeah.
But you know, Mane forced it. Like he forced the mistake.
It was just the way he actually the closest person to close down Kepa was actually Firmino, and he
ran past
Firmino because what it was as well. You see his reaction to when he passed the ball. He was angry with himself. Do you know that pass went even his fault? It was Firmino that was on his heels that didn't read the pass that was coming. He wanted to give and go, but because he's so how Mane is, that effort. I mean, that just shows young players that are growing up and whatnot. Like this guy could just sit there and he didn't have to run for that ball
at all.
He didn't have to run. What am I running for that ball for? Firmino, you go in there. I'll just stay out here on the left. I've scored my goal.
We're leading as well.
But he just wanted to press. And you know, Kepa. Obviously, Kepa gives you something every game or whatnot.
Let's quickly talk about the situation. So Lampard last week came out and said, no, you know what? Kepa's our keeper. You know, obviously he's trying to settle the ship in terms of he doesn't want the media to all be on him. But it's not looking good for Kepa, you know. It's not looking good for him.
I think
another error.
He's wanted him out though, isn't it?
I think his price tag don't help, but that's not his fault.
Yeah.
Have you seen the stats about the most shots outside the box?
I think he's probably come into a league and it's just not worked out. And it's a bit like when De Gea first come, but you either trust him and let him get better or you sell him.
So what do you do now for Lampard now?
Well,
they get
it
a new
seems they've
keeper, innit?
they've agreed with the rent
Mendy?
keeper for Mendy.
Yeah, Mendy.
So if
See,
Mendy
I haven't
comes
seen
in,
too much of
that's it.
Mendy, but
If Mendy comes in, that's Mendy, isn't it?
Yeah,
cool.
That's it. Kepa will probably leave.
Spurs back to winning ways. We were here last week. Maybe we were panicking. Maybe we were overthinking. I mean, I said it's not looking good for Spurs just because of the body language and the way they were playing. 5-2. They beat Southampton today. Son gets 4 goals. Him and Harry Kane linking up very well. What would you guys say about that?
But these are the things that Jose was talking to the documentary. It's like we were just mad unlucky at the wrong times. Like players like Son and Kane can't be injured for it.
At the same time.
At this stage, you cannot be in. But you can show that when these two are on form, like the link up there is just. It's just anyway. It was really good for them today, especially going 1-0 down and then scoring 5 straight goals. And some of the goals were quality goals as well. Like Son's finishing today.
Let's talk about Son, man. Where would you have him right now in like? Because he's a winger, right?
Yeah, he has a forward. Yeah, left
Forward.
yeah,
Where would you have him in terms of the forwards in the league? He's right up
Do
there.
you count like
That's a good question.
the Obbers and all that, or are you just looking at like Mane, Salah, Sterling?
We got to put Ober in
them
there
guys.
now because he
Because
mostly
Ober's
plays
actually
there
in the wing now. But yeah, the second one, those guys, the wing, the inside forwards, whatever you want to call them, the guys that play out wide can play second
He's up
striker.
there, bro.
Not the.
I don't think
Agueros in there.
he's better than Ober, Salah, Mane, or Sterling. But
He's not better than Sterling.
No.
No, not for me. Not for me. Sterling's been on a roll.
Sterling is quality. And I don't know why people.
Can I ask a question?
Just because he
Can I
gets
ask a question?
criticised,
Quick. How would Son do in that City team where Sterling's playing?
do very well.
Yeah.
He would do very well
do very
because Sterling's a good player, but when I see him for England in a different system, he doesn't look as effective. I'm sorry.
No, I can understand that.
So,
but I think that's
can you imagine
just
Son in that City team?
Yeah, he'd enjoy it. But I think a lot of players would enjoy that City team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So how you're rating Sterling? Is it just
No, but once again, yeah. What I always tell people about Sterling.
Sterling's
Sterling never came on the scene at City. He was on the scene,
SAS.
18 years old at Liverpool.
Yeah.
He was doing his
that's
thing.
why I feel like he's good.
He
But
just elevated at City.
Yeah.
Well, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool. I get what you're saying. I think Son
is cold.
I think he's Tottenham's
That first
best,
one-
I think he's Tottenham's best player in regards of what he gives. Kane's sick, obviously, but I feel like you'd miss Son.
They
more
missed
than you
Son
miss
last
Kane.
season more than Kane. I swear down.
100%.
Because even
100%.
when Kane was injured, Son was still up front with more again. goals.
Exactly.
You know,
True,
and he
true,
was
true.
still, and then that's when you see him get his injury, and then it's like crap. I feel like he's such an all-round forward.
And that's
You
why
see,
I think he's
see how
better.
Kane wants it to feet.
Yeah.
He wants to shoot from long.
That's why I think he's
He could do
better.
Whereas
both.
Son will go out wide.
Yeah.
He'll come in. He'll play behind the striker.
That's why I'm
He'll
saying
drop
you
goals.
got to put him with the Manes and Salahs. You got to put him in the league. You got to put him the top.
Yeah, I think he's
in the league.
He's in like that talking bracket. I don't think he's at their levels. Not Mane, Salah, or Oba.
I don't know.
Even
I'm starting to rate him very high. Son is catching
even
my eye.
if he's
bro.
not at that level, he's just
Yeah,
under.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
just
For
under.
me, he's really
just
good.
under.
Yeah.
He's
He's
just
brilliant,
under.
and I think he's the guy that can. Like I know Bale's come in.
Yeah,
and
you know what?
everyone's-
That's what I was gonna say.
better.
As an Arsenal fan, Ibs, yeah. Like, let's talk about it now. So we'll move on to Gareth Bale. How does it look that when Bale is back fit? How does it look?
What am I worried?
Kane, yeah. Are you? You're not at all. Son,
Defensively, they're
Kane.
still not great. And I know Arsenal ain't great, but defensively, they're 2-3 results away from.
Capitulating.
No, not, but just a run of bad results, and then, Mourinho might say something, and players. Look at Dele. Man's just been shifted.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
He's
in a
just
second.
been shifted.
But with
I
Bale,
think Bale
yeah.
will give them, the club, a boost. And I think what they'll do is play Bale quite high up the pitch. I don't think they're going to play him out wide and let him. I think.
Oh, that's what I thought. it was gonna be.
No. What with Bale?
I think they're playing further up
With
the
Bale
pitch.
is going to be down to him. If he's still got that burning desire to prove people wrong, you can either have Bale behind Kane,
Second striker.
or you can have a front three of Kane, Son, and Bale.
Which I think they'll do.
Now, if
That's what I
Bale
was
gets
thinking.
fit. Yeah, if Bale gets fit and he
tell
has
them,
that
please.
desire, bro, it's
Tell
not a
them.
joke.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke having them two.
And you know what? It's so
not a
funny
joke.
because I'm saying it's not a joke, but I didn't want Bale. When Bale was getting, shopped around, I was like, nah, I don't want him.
but we're not at that. We're not at that stage. Different club. He's suited for Spurs.
Yeah.
I
he's
think
what
Bale
Jose
can, I
likes.
think Bale can go in there and even play up front with Kane as a two. I think he's not so much of a get it down, tap, sprint, wing across anymore. I think.
Oh, you don't think he's got that in him?
No, it's not. I think he's transitioned to more how Ronaldo was, or Ronaldo is, moving more inside, playing around the 18-yard box, get it to feet and get shots off. He's good in the air as well. He's
Set
brilliant
pieces.
in there. He's good at set pieces.
How old is he?
31.
31. He's
Bale's
still got
31 now.
three good years. I don't know what happens next season.
It
Where he'll go. But
just depends on his desire.
for him, he's had a year and a half in and out of Madrid now. Does he want to come back and prove it?
But that's what I'm saying.
Or is he using this as I'm back in the Prem, still getting paid? I'm just going to do my. And I think his desire is I'm going to go in here and show me.
With Jose, he's a typical Jose player. Even when Jose came out and said, "Yo, he's the one that recommended him to Real Madrid the season before he left," and then Real Madrid went and got him the next season.
I think he'll be a good signing.
He's Jose likes him a lot, and he even said Bale, his comments. He said Jose was one of the reasons why he came there, and whatnot. So for me, obviously, it's money first, but Jose is one of the reasons why he came there. I think they're gonna work well together because he likes seasoned professionals. Everyone says it about Jose. The more seasoned professionals he gets,
I know we're gonna get to United, yeah, at some point. But you're a Jose fan, innit?
no, I like Jose.
He's lactose intolerant.
Bruv, I
feel like
I like Jose.
You're so upset that he's not at United, innit?
Listen, right now, he might not be the guy for United right now, but at the time, the way he was getting
You're
treated,
such a United
I was
Jose
like,
fan. I love it.
Definitely.
This
because
guy,
you know it is,
he does
because
not care.
anyway, we'll go
He
on
just
to
loves
it.
Jose.
I mean, we've seen it. Like,
No, but you know what it is, if I feel Jose is not doing certain things or what, I'll call him out as well. But in terms of the bad rap that he gets is what is the stuff that I don't like. In terms of like
That he's a mean guy and he's
this and
selfish.
that.
And,
Like, he wouldn't
I mean, when you
survive
watch the
this long.
documentary, unless he's acting, he's got great acting. Then,
Like,
but
he won't
doesn't seem
survive
like a
that
bad
long.
manager to me.
Like he won't survive that long. Even talking about the Dele Alli situation and all that. Like He's just real with players.
So what do you guys think's happened with the Dele Alli situation? He wasn't in the match day squad for today.
Cutting it. He's just not.
It's not kind of. He said it when he first come with the training. He
Yeah,
told
he
Daniel
said-
Levy.
Man called him lazy.
Yeah, he said,
you're
listen.
lazy.
Yeah, but
you're
there
lazy
are a lot
trainer.
of lazy trainers, and then come match day to do it. But he's
they're
not
doing it
the
in
issue
match
is
day
he's
right
not
now.
doing it. That's the
Dele
issue.
ain't done it in like 18 months. If
Yes,
Dele
yeah.
has a good season, he'll have that season he had when he was banging bare goals, scoring edge of the boxes, flicking over people's heads, getting late in the box.
But do you remember when
That's
Jose
when
came
Dele's
in
good.
though?
But when Dele has a bad season like he's had, or when he's not on it, you just bypass.
Do you remember
his
when
game.
Jose first came back? When he came to Spurs, yeah, Dele Alli for the first few games he played very well.
Yeah, but first few games, what's
Yeah, no,
But you see where Jose on the documentary caught him out when he was doing the video analysis.
Yeah, when
see,
he
this
got
is
in
where
the
things where
spot for the goal.
so where fans don't see these things because we're watching TV and watching highlights. Yeah, when he said, "Yo, Dele, the goal came from that side." Yeah, and he said, "Clear, they've got 2 extra men in there. Instead of you staying there with Davis to help Davis over there, you've just ran up front because in your head,
just wanna go there.
you just want to go that way. You don't want to help the team going that way. If you would have stayed in your position, that situation, the 2v1 with Davis and they scored, wouldn't have happened. This is when guys get exposed
I think
and
it's
whatnot.
coming. It was always coming.
Yeah, so
I
even
just
when
think
he's chatting to
it's gonna
Daniel Levy, yo, Dele, I don't know, man. Like, it's just a lazy trainer. Then Levy's even topping up with a comment like, yeah, you know, in England, he was over here.
Jose told him
And
to his
then-
face. He said,
yeah,
"You were
Jose
doing
was-
that."
yeah,
Yeah, he
and
started
then
doing that. He told him to his
That's my
face.
point. When Dele had a great season, he was so good with everything.
Even
that
England
everything
as well.
worked for him. But now he's had.
Do you
want
want to
He's had such a dip.
say your comparison to?
There's no comparison. These guys don't understand like football. So basically, yeah, in the group, someone said,
Shout out the man,
Dele
shout out the
Alli
man.
is a confusing one because I don't know what his actual position is. And I said, that's very similar to Muller at Bayern Munich, where he's every manager that's been at Bayern Munich has always picked Muller, but I've never me personally known where. Is Muller
I've known Muller
a
as
cam?
nah.
Is Muller a second
He's a
striker?
cam
Is
and second
But he
striker.
always ends up in the right place
At the right time.
He's just
He's
one of
an
those.
SS, innit?
But
He's
when
an
I said
off-the-ball
when I
runner.
said that, they thought I was comparing Dele to Muller. There's no.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I read it back.
no.
I don't think I wasn't in there. I read it back. I read it back.
Muller's an
Yeah, it's
And what's so funny in the group? Someone said, he's a cam. Then 2 minutes later, they were like, actually, no, Muller's an SS. I said, you see?
Yeah, because he
That's
plays
my
central.
point.
He plays that place. He
But
plays
that's
in
my
that-
point. They
in the
made
pocket.
up 2 different positions in 2 minutes. So that shows that some people don't even know what Muller's position is. He just plays.
So okay, what happens? Does Ali get sold before the window?
No,
Does he
he's
stay?
either on loan. Or
So where? Where's
he go
who?
Well,
permanent.
I've read
I
that
don't know.
PSG and
Yeah.
talked to his agent already.
PSG.
Yeah,
And he'd be stupid to turn that down.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's
go.
a good move from him. Yeah.
Yeah, man, just
Go
go.
win the league.
Go.
I mean, I did see reports of just obviously it's rumors, isn't it? But I saw reports of Lingard going Tottenham and
That'd be a good move for him.
Ali going to United.
That'd be a good move for Lingard.
I don't really want Ali,
I would want Ali.
You may not
want-
want it, but I think it'd
want
be a
Ali.
very good move for Lingard though.
Yeah.
He needs a new.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good move for Dele too. I think for both of them, it would help them out and whatnot.
Let's get to it, man.
Who?
Man United. Let's have a moment of
Yeah,
silence. Let's have a moment of silence right now. Let's just reflect.
Shout out Nacy.
Shout out me. Yeah. So let's talk some more. The hangover, Europa League hangover.
Can I just quickly
on.
jump in before you start?
Because he knows we're gonna go.
You're gonna go for Aiden. This is my point where I said, and Gary Neville said it yesterday. As much as you want the Sancho and stuff, you really, really need to buy in defense. Now you can do it. I said that last week.
We'll get to that. But
You did.
Yeah.
I know you did.
Defensively, you
did.
that.
Point out. Like
But-
the stats will tell you something different to what's actually happening.
but
Basically, yeah.
there you go.
I don't know where to start. I'm gonna start where obviously you were saying what you were just saying now about I told you this because coach did say United shouldn't have gone with the first team in last season to the Europa League after the season was done. He said get the players on holiday because right now Liverpool are resting.
Because this was my point. The whole thing that was just made up of Man United was Champions League. If we get Champions League, we can get more better players. We can attract better players. Blah,
That was
blah,
the
blah,
objective,
blah.
Champions
So that was the objective. Once that was achieved, once we beat Leicester.
But there's something called objective and
No.
bonus.
Once that's achieved with Leicester, Bruno, go. Pogba, go. Martial, go.
and rest.
Rashford, go.
In hindsight, I agree
Get
with you now.
yourself ready for the league season that's going to start in a month.
Yeah, so
And
wait,
guess
I'm
what?
on that-
And
I'm on
guess-
that side.
And guess what? Look at these players that we want to get rid of. How do you get rid of them players? Put them on show. Put Pereira on show. Put Lingard on show. Put Rojo on show. Put these guys on show for other clubs to see them, so we can focus on the league. Because what's Ollie gone and said yesterday again? Oh, we look tired. You know, we only had one preseason match against Villa. You chose to have that. No one told you to have that one preseason match. You could have had a couple preseason matches.
Can I say where my mind was at the time? Yeah, because we were going back and forth, and I said at the end of the day, winning trophies. You know, like, I mean, look at Arsenal. Like, I'm not saying now they won the FA Cup they're gonna go and win the league, but I'm saying just having that winning mentality that we've won something. Yeah, I felt like okay, we missed out on the FA Cup. That was the one that we should have won.
And he rested players for that.
And we rested players for that.
What was the point of that?
Because then we still lost. We still dropped points in the week after that game anyway.
Stupid.
However, I thought that Europa League was a very good chance to get the winning mentality.
I agree with that.
And I get that, but guess what, Samuel? When they said the the Europa League final is on the 20th or 21st or
3 weeks before the new
and
season.
then the Premier League when I announced that the first Premier League games are going to be on the 13th of September.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did say
it. Being the Europa. I don't care about Europa. Our job is we need to close the gap with Liverpool. Whoever was at the top, we need to close. If it's 30, you need to get to 15, whatever it is. And then what was everyone saying in the football group? Oh, well, if you cut it to 15, we still lost. It doesn't matter. We might as well just go for the trophy. But now, the same thing.
In hindsight, yeah.
But
because the thing is, we lost.
But look at the excuse.
We didn't win the Europa.
And what did you say we looked like yesterday? What did we look like? We looked tired.
Yeah, that's
what he said.
Tired.
Why are we tired for? Why are we tired?
We look tired.
Why do we look tired?
I don't know if I want to skip the game and then go straight to bed, but we have to talk about the game. Yeah, I mean, you said about defense, Lindelof, Maguire. It's just not going to work.
Listen, listen. If we don't have a defender, yeah, I have no problem with Lindelof and Maguire not moving forward long term. But when you're playing against Jordan Ayew and Wilf Zaha, who likes to float, he's not a traditional number 9 or whatever, he likes to float. You cannot leave them 2v2 with two defenders who has no pace. Then there's no protection in front when you've got McTominay and Pogba. That means that box that's there, that box, the midfield, yeah, from the two centre-backs, that box that's there, there's a gap in the middle because Pogba and McTominay are not disciplined defensively.
Matic was a big miss.
Do you get what I'm saying? So my mindset was you either play an extra man in midfield to make a free, someone's got to protect the back two as well, or you play free at the back where it's always a 3v2 with Jordan Ayew and Zaha and someone can always cover. We just left them 2v2 and you saw what happened.
So that falls on Ollie then?
No, I said that. Yeah, that falls on Ollie. Ollie did not help himself yesterday. He did not help. If Bailly's on the bench, Bailly's fit to play. If he's not fit to play, bring Menji from the under 23s or do something. Even if you put Timothy Fosu-Mensah in the three at the back where he's got pace and you put Wan-Bissaka as the wing back. Maybe Wan-Bissaka wasn't ready for whatever reason, yeah? But you had to have 3 at the back or 3 in the middle. You left 2 at the back and 2 in the middle. Undisciplined. That's undisciplined tactics for the team we're playing. Because look at Palace's front 4. They're not a joke.
No, you know what?
Townsend, Zaha, Ayew and Schlupp. They're Premier League proven. They're not a joke. Any off day, they can go to the Etihad. They can go to Old Trafford. Yeah. They can go to the Emirates and
Last
win.
season, we dropped points. Man United dropped points against Palace. So, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, even the Daniel James starting, is Ollie trying to prove a point to Ed? Like, listen, this is what I've got.
But I think but people need to lay off Daniel James. Like, Daniel James was not brought to be part of the first.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm just saying. He's starting.
He's there because, listen, at the end there, Greenwood's been going through whatever he's going through mentally. Who else is there? There's no one there. So you just got to play James and just run. No IQ. Just run to the byline and see if you can get a cross or two. That's it. I don't even look at Daniel James when we're playing football. I don't even look at him to do anything for us. Because all you need to do, stay 5 yards off Daniel James and he'll give you the ball anyway.
If Sancho doesn't come, do you think maybe a 4-4-2 diamond?
I think
Bruno number 10.
I think we have to go 3-5-2.
Van de Beek.
I think we have to go 3-5-2. I think we have to, because that means you're saying that if we're not spending on Sancho, we're definitely not going to get a centre back. We're definitely not going to get a centre back, 100%. Because they said our number one target is Sancho. So if we're not getting our number one target, we ain't getting.
You still think we're getting Sancho, right?
Yeah. Me personally, we have to play 3 at the back. That's what I feel. Even if Matic is part of one of the 3, we play 3 at the back. Right now, we cannot play with those 2 because this is my thing when people get onto someone like Maguire. I have no problem with Maguire, yeah? Because I've known from day one, He's got no pace. But guess what? He's an imposing figure. He's an imposing centre-back. Yeah? The problem is with the person next to him, that person next to him has to have pace.
So
Yeah? So Lindelof, he's not imposing. He's not quick. He doesn't have a strong mentality. He's too soft. Now it makes the guy next to him look worse than he already is. Do you get what I'm saying?
Bailly?
Eric Bailly, but we all know, once again, the best ability is availability. He's not available. So therefore, we can't rely on Bailly. Do you get what I'm saying? We can't rely. And if you can't rely on a two-person combination, a partnership, put an extra defender in there. You have to, just to protect the other two. If you're going to play Lindelof and Maguire, put an extra defender in there to protect them. That's what I feel. And Ollie's just, I don't know. I don't know for me. I don't know why tactically he feels that them two can just go against a schlup. Not a schlup. Ayew and Zaha. It just wasn't going to happen.
I mean, we'll put Ollie to one side, but there's a big issue at United. Yeah, the board. I mean, the fans have been very vocal. You know that the board are just not doing. They're not pulling their weight. They're not making things happen. Ed Woodward. He's had Moyes. He's had LVG. He's had Jose. Now he has Ollie. If in 3 months' time things go tits up, and it's looking at Ollie, the writing's on the wall, it's not going to look good for Ed. That's 4 managers now. 4 managers that have all failed.
But does Ed care like that?
The common denominator is Ed Woodward, yeah? So, I mean, do you see any light at the end of the tunnel for United?
If you want to answer that.
No,
He doesn't really care. He's happy.
The thing for me when it comes to Ed Woodward, right, and what's going on is he's not a football man.
Yeah.
At all.
So
good on the commercial side. He does his job.
So when it comes to maybe, again, I don't know how it's a board level, but maybe going into transfer decisions, and maybe there's an element of stalling, or element not wanting to overpay or feeling like, I shouldn't lay out.
About that. What it is that United have been taken for idiots for a long time.
Yeah, no, but what I'm trying to say
now
is
Ed is trying to put his foot down.
Yeah, so maybe he's like, okay, Dortmund won 120, but they want 80 mil up front. We should only want to give you 60 mil and then 30 mil and this, that. He's probably going into these negotiations a bit more hesitant than he probably was.
The reports came out that telling us the fourth or left back.
Yeah,
we're not going to pay any more than 20 mil for him. Like, he was adamant, and I don't really know tellers like that. 27 Brazilian, not in the national team, sounds on paper like more dead weight. Maybe Ed's looking at that. Nah, I'm just not going to buy for the sake of it. But
even with Ollie, once again, he's now got a decision to make. Yeah, you keep talking about it was always club first, Man United first, this, that, and the other. Well, that includes Man United being above Woodward too. You see, when Arteta came out last season, yeah, we had a good end to the season and that. But Arteta made it very clear, without being disrespectful to the board. Like, listen, if we want to go to the next level, we need to add quality to this squad. That's just a subtle way of telling the board that, listen, we've done what we've done this season on the back of COVID and that, but if we want to go to the next level, like Ibs was saying last week about going to the Old Traffords and putting in dominant performance, we need to add quality to this squad and not just rely on what we have. Solskjaer don't make none of them comments. Oh yeah, I'm happy with my team. Sometimes transfers take long. Why is it only your club transfers take long? Why is that? But guess what? If you want to be a bulletproof shield for Ed Woodward, you will go down like the rest of them, Ollie. Yeah? There's subtle ways as managers can be not disrespectful and say things so us fans know that, okay, you know what? Ollie needs something. He wants something.
Because Jose did that, but he did it too harsh.
Yes. Do you see what? There's subtle ways to do it.
My thing with United, and it just goes back to Coach's point about centre-backs and having Maguire, United have always had a medium to slow defender, but a quick one. So you had Rio and Vidic. Yeah? You even, in a weird way, had Evans when he was there with someone, whoever it was.
Stam and Johnson.
Yeah, Stam and Johnson. And then if you go back, you had Pallister and Bruce.
Yeah.
You always had a centre-back who was... But then you had one who's opposing figure. Cool. What United have now is Maguire and then Lindelof. And I like Bailly, but I feel like he might be a bit too injury prone or he's a bit too raw. I don't know what it is. But maybe on his day he could be that guy. But you can't rely on just waiting for him to do that because your results are suffering.
He plays 100% and he does himself
and then
harm.
you haven't got another centre-back who can come in. Like, you wanted Ake, but... nothing happened. I don't even know if you bid. So then I feel like you're out there not buying a centre back, but just focusing on the front. But then where it starts is the defence. If you have to switch to a 3-5-2, it means your 2 centre backs not good enough. That's the same issue Arsenal have got at the moment.
And guess what? Just like you just said at the end, It's the same issue Arsenal have. But what has Arteta gone and done at the end of the day? He's gone and said, listen, until I can get those two that I can rely on, I have to add an extra one in there to help them out.
And in the group yesterday, people were like, oh, don't like this formation at Arsenal, don't like this, we shouldn't do it at home. I am well on board with that. I'd rather play 4-3-3, but until Arteta says, okay, I'm going to put Luiz and Gabriel out, or Saliba and Gabriel, or this, he will continue to play the 3 and stick with that in all big games until he says, okay, I'm fine to 2, and then I'll play the 3 in midfield, and I'll play the 3 up front, and we'll go.
And this is where Ollie got caught at yesterday. It's all good doing the whole when people come to don't forget, Old Trafford, being a fortress and all that, that's also based off the fans too. There's no fans in that stadium no more. Yeah, it's based off the fans' energy as well that gives that team the lift. There's no fans right now, so you ain't got time to be doing the whole Old Trafford's a forward, theatre dreams. We have to play a certain way. It doesn't matter what team comes over here. We're not in that position right now because your CEO ain't got you the players that you want. Everyone knows Ollie's giving him a list. Everybody knows that. Me, down the road, remember what we said, that Ollie might not be the guy to take this team to the next level. Yeah?
Future,
And I'm nowhere near Ollie out, by the way. I'm nowhere near Ollie out. But I would have no hesitation with Ollie being our director of football.
110%.
I have no problem with Ollie Solskjaer being our director of
Because his
football.
recruitment has been
Yes.
A1, yeah.
My thing going back to that is Paul Merson made a good point. Remember when England got to the Final Four? They had 3 in the back. They had that because playing 2 wasn't good enough. And Paul Merson said, right, he said it about Harry Maguire, in fact, he said he's not good enough to play on a 2, but put him in a 3, he's brilliant. And that is what United need. Maybe someone else in there until they get a centre back.
So maybe Lindelof, Bailly and Maguire.
If Bailly can stay
If
fit.
Bailly's fit, yeah.
That's the thing. If Bailly can stay
even
fit.
Coach, put Fosu into there.
Yeah.
Do what Arsenal do with
I think when
Kieran
Bissaka
Tierney.
plays well.
Do what Arsenal do with Kieran Tierney, playing him left centre back. You can play.
Oh, Shaw actually. Luke Shaw done well. No, Luke Shaw done well in the left centre back.
I'm just sick of that name, bro.
come
I'm just
on.
sick of
Shaw
that.
done
You
well
just
in
can't
the left
keep
centre
getting-
back.
Come on.
You just can't keep getting caught out of the back post like that.
That
all
first
the
goal,
time.
Oh, yeah,
that
that
first
was
goal,
terrible.
I'm sure the commentator said, it was Lindelof. No, it wasn't.
It was Luke Shaw.
It was Luke Shaw. He's just standing there.
Lindelof should have stopped the cross. That's number one.
Yeah,
Lindelof,
cool.
you keep forcing him into the corner, but we all know he's soft anyway. But when that cross came all the way across. And you're still not there.
Shaw's like, and then by the time Townsend's there.
Come on, man.
Go.
Like, you got to...
Yeah, I mean, it's very telling if United are looking for a left back. What does that say to?
But I've always said with United in terms of the transfers, even the left back situation, like, for me, I don't mind if him... Listen, we can't buy everything in one window, yeah? I don't want to spend no money on no left back. That's not going to be...
Exactly.
So guess what? Williams and Shaw, for this season, fight it out. Let us go and get Max Aarons. Go and get Max Aarons from Norwich to fight out with Wan-Bissaka on that right there.
But even he's not priority.
But it's
Because
not
he's still got Fosu Mensah and Wan-Bissaka.
No, but this is what I just said about what Ibs just said. Put Fosu Mensah as the other centre-back. That's a different sort of centre-back that can travel forward with the ball. And he's got recovery. He's got pace to burn.
You're right, actually. I think Aarons will do good in back.
Aaron's will do, bruv. Aaron's
back,
will do. And you will give Wan-Bissaka that test that he needs as well. And stuff like that. I would rather get Max Aarons than this Tellez and the Regulons and all these. I'd rather get
No,
him.
I would have wanted Regulon. And what's that saying if Spurs are... Anyway, but they've got a buyback option, isn't it?
As a club of
See, that's why Ed said no to that.
Yes.
Buyback option.
But I said that at the beginning. Once that option came out, we should be nowhere near that deal. That's just basically saying, Spurs, you got him on a 5-year deal, but in 3 years, if he turns out to be a world beater, we'll just have him back. Simple. And Spurs are just like, yo, we're cool with that. We'll take him for 3 years.
Because of the situation.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. I mean, all right. Before we get out of here, actually, you're talking about. I got a question for you guys. Yeah, trivial. So, you see how we're talking about who would want at United? Yeah, you're Arsenal. You're United. Yeah. If you can pick one player from the past, yeah, from your club's history, to come back into this lineup for your current team
In their prime. One player, one position.
player, and so I'm saying if you know you got a solid striker, no, you still want Henry, but you got what I'm trying to say. You're not gonna you're taking that player out for,
Or you're taking a player out to come in there.
So you're starting 11 right now, Ibs. Yeah, Arsenal, a player from the past, any position. Who would you ask to come back in their prime that you think will take it to the next level? It's a hard one, isn't it?
That's an easy one for me.
If I take, I'm gonna take out Lacazette
Okay.
and put Henry in.
Okay.
It was tough because I'd really like to have Vieira in there.
I was thinking Vieira because
But-
Vieira's
but-
that. You're right now. Arsenal need that.
But
Henry.
Henry, on his day, is the best Premier League player ever.
But isn't Oba so
Oh,
with that? Yeah, Oba's basically scoring those kind of goals anyway, and Arsenal are not.
No, of course.
So you'd
But-
have Oba and then Vieira though. That's what I'm saying.
No, but Henry and Oba is like, imagine that. Imagine that. I'd love to have Vieira, 100%. But for me, Henry and Aubameyang.
Yeah, Man United.
I tell you who come close as well for me, Bergkamp.
Bergkamp. Why you roll your eyes? No.
I just don't rate Bergkamp like everybody else does. That's just me. I think he's been very overblown. That's me. But that's cool. But that's Arsenal. That's not my club. Innit? I don't
That's
care.
point everyone in this
I don't
thing.
care. But yeah, for United, it's cool, man. You like listen. It's cool that you like Bergkamp.
Them man are gonna get him for that.
Bergkamp for me.
Bergkamp or Cantona? Because I was in the group.
Oh no. I'm going for Bergkamp.
Bergkamp, okay,
I'm
cool,
going for
cool.
Bergkamp.
Bergkamp is the best SS10. I'm sorry.
His football intelligence is,
In the Prem, you cannot get no one close. He was ridiculous. For me, he's second after Henry and Arsenal's ever. He's that close to Henry. He is ridiculous.
He's close to Henry.
In regards to being Arsenal's greatest ever player,
rankings
yeah.
of best ever
Greatest
player.
ever player, yes.
Bergkamp is what you think is overblown?
No. I'm not saying it rated on the. I'm just talking about.
You think he's overhyped?
I just think he's over. That's just me. I think he's a great player, but he's not close to Henry for me. He's not close to Henry for me. Simple.
No, I think he means in the Arsenal.
In regards to when people say,
who would you
greatest
take after
Arsenal
Henry
player, it's
in Arsenal's
Bergkamp.
history?
I would take Vieira above Bergkamp. I'll take Vieira above Bergkamp. Bruv, Vieira's down in history. Arsenal history.
Bergkamp's not.
No, he's in history as a great player, but I'm talking about Vieira's done things and been a part of the.
Invincibles.
Then come on, man, the Invincibles is no joke.
That's why
if you
I
look
thought
at
you
all,
was gonna say Vieira,
if you look at all the
I know
Arsenal
Henry
teams,
was-
yeah, and the Invincibles, come
I
on,
know
man.
Henry.
Okay,
Look
when
at
you
all
look at,
Arsenal teams.
when you look at the
Ian
Invincibles,
Wright, Bergkamp,
when you look
them
at the
teams.
Invincibles,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Everyone was Henry was stupid, right, with what he done. Perez was stupid with what he done. Yeah,
Vieira and Gilberto.
Everyone, all of them. But when you look at Bergkamp, the guy was a joke. Ask Henry. He'll even say Bergkamp.
yeah.
Bro,
Yes,
what
I've seen him-
Bergkamp
I've seen him
had,
say it, yeah.
vision-wise, he was just. It's just
Hold up
ridiculous.
play was
He
good.
had and he was a nasty player as well.
No,
Nasty
he
player.
did. He did have the right.
Nasty
He had the right mentality.
He was so good. When I look at him, I just think the thing is, I would always say Henry's greatest, but Bergkamp for me is so close to Henry and being the greatest.
So do you want to spin
He's
the
that
coup
good.
or you still say?
Yeah, let me say.
I don't need to
You don't
spin
wanna
the
reverse?
coup. I'm saying he is not near Henry for me. I'm saying for me, but Arsenal fans know it in more depth.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'm not gonna go with Ibs is talking.
No, you know what? It's like
Arsenal
it's like
fans know it in
scores.
depth.
When we say scores, some people like Arsenal fans like.
But this is what I'm
Who
saying. But
said
then,
that? Come on.
but
Who
then,
says
but then,
people that's Arsenal fans?
every single perfect. When I heard Henri say in an interview that when you used to play United, we used to line up to stop Paul Scholes.
No, come on.
Henry
Call
said
him
that
out, bro.
himself.
Call him out.
No,
Who
there's
says that
no
about
need to.
Scholes?
There's bare
Yeah,
people
but
that have
there's-
said that about
Scholes
Scholes.
is one of the greatest English.
Yeah, but you got the
talents,
football. You know, innit?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got-
yeah.
When people say
You're
Gerard Lampard Scholes, if people don't say Scholes, then I don't know.
No, some
Yeah,
people
yeah.
don't.
So
some
for me,
people
Scholes, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway,
That's where Sven messed up. Playing Scholes on the left.
left side.
Don't
innit?
make sense.
That's what they go to. Oh, but if he was so good, he wouldn't have been the one to get shifted. That's what
Don't
they
make
say.
sense.
But that's
Yeah,
because it's
so who's your United
Yeah,
player?
United. Who would you bring back?
Cristiano. I mean, come on, bro. Number 7,
Not real.
right hand side. No, man.
I'm talking about right now. This social team.
Right now in this Solskjaer team, Cristiano in this team here, yeah.
Mr. Roy, you
Don't
don't
forget,
rate Martial?
no. Do you know? No, listen. Do you know why? Do you know why?
You know
Listen.
with Martial?
Do you know why?
Andy Cole?
No, do you know why?
Mm-hmm.
Cristiano, because Cristiano affects other players. He
Yeah.
makes
Yeah,
other
yeah,
players'
yeah.
game. I don't know how he does it,
he
especially with the personality he has and whatnot. But everybody around him seems to up their levels when he's on the football pitch. And we're talking about in his prime. Yeah, Cristiano in
this
his
is
prime. Come on, man. Like there's no one more that I'd have in that team right now than Cristiano.
Not Giggs.
Nah, not Giggs, man. Giggs didn't elevate everyone's game around him like that. Giggs was part of the system.
Yeah, I'm
Whereas
going back
Cristiano,
as well. Henry. Because I'm thinking prime.
yeah,
Henry
Cristiano.
Williams, like, yeah,
come on, man.
unplayable, yeah.
Everywhere Cristiano's gone, his teammates
yeah,
have
he does
elevated their
that.
game. So I'm going for Cristiano, definitely.
Alright, cool.
100%.
Cool.
Martial can
What
live.
about you?
Yeah.
You want to say Rio, innit?
Yeah, because I feel like right now, it's just United. Obviously, as
That
you can
whole,
see, our
but
defense.
what I'm saying, that whole team. Like,
Prime Rio.
come on, man, you wouldn't pick Giggs over Rashford.
I wouldn't.
No, I'm saying you wouldn't. Like, I'm saying that you're picking Rio, but what I'm saying, wouldn't you
Yeah,
elevate?
I know.
What do you want Giggs in that?
Yeah,
in
because
that
I'm
team
thinking,
ahead of?
the question was elevation.
Yeah.
Like, so your team significantly gonna go higher. Yeah, it's Ronaldo, isn't it? It's Ronaldo.
It's rubbish,
Ronaldo.
it's Ronnie.
It's prime money.
It's prime money. You can't.
That Champions League
Come
08
on.
time money. That
Come
those 08.
on.
Yeah, it's Ronnie.
He was elevating guys' games around him, and it wasn't a fluke because he went to Real Madrid, done the same thing. It wasn't a fluke. He's gone to Juve and done the same thing.
Alright, cool. Quickly, sorry, last thing. NBA playoffs. We were here last week. We were kind of predicting that Clippers-Lakers final. What?
No,
You said Nuggets. You said
Nuggets.
yeah. You said Nuggets.
Clippers.
No. You sat. You didn't save your
no,
chest.
I
You was
did
like,
not
oh,
say
let's not be
Clippers.
surprised.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't a thing where it was like let's not be surprised.
I told you the Clippers. Do you know what's wrong with the
And
Clippers?
at that point, it wasn't
Do you know
even
what's
game
wrong with
7,
the
was
Clippers?
it?
Patrick Beverley, and I will continue to say this. This guy is a
Just
you know
talking
what?
too much.
He's like, he's like
What,
the
he's
cancer
the
in that
issue
team.
there?
He's the issue. He talks.
Not Paul George.
No. What? Player Paul. Come on, man.
Pandemic P.
Yeah.
We don't think he was the issue.
Patrick Beverley is not good at basketball. He is just not good.
No.
I tell you who was the
Beverley
issue.
has a role in that team.
I tell you who was the issue, and it's very, very overrated. And
Don't
that's their
say
coach.
it.
Their
I
coach
was gonna say
is
Kawhi.
an
Don Rivers.
overrated
Big Don.
coach.
Now this is the third time now,
He's
you know.
an overrated.
Third time they've had the lead.
Big Bill Rivers.
Third time he's been in the
Not
lead.
for, not for me.
3-1
Man.
and then
You cannot have. Obviously, he's not the biggest player. DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, and Chris Paul and flop. Then you're gonna have Kawhi and
Before that, who was he
and George
with?
and
I
flop.
swear he had,
and then you had KG.
Yes.
Paul Pierce and Rondo. You only won one title. No, bruv. No.
That's
He
why
has underachieved.
that's why I can never talk bad on.
He has
Boston
underachieved.
Celtics. He brought this out.
He has
For me,
underachieved.
I think when Celtics won yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think that can go game 7.
You reckon Celtics can go?
It's done, man. It's done.
2-1 now.
No, it's done. The title's done. It's
LeBron.
It's done.
LeBron.
There's nobody in them other three
Oh yeah,
teams
do you know
that
what?
can stop
Sorry,
him.
Lakers. It's going to be.
There's
4-1.
no one in
They're-
that
they're-
team
They're wiping the Nuggets.
in the
They're
Heat,
wiping Nuggets.
the Heat, Celtics, or Nuggets that can stop LeBron.
And
But you know, you do know even in
And
that
AD
game.
is just a
No,
madness.
that's what I'm saying. You do know LeBron wasn't even activated in that game.
Yeah,
he was
Rondo.
doing facilitator.
Rondo.
Rondo and AD.
But I know he's
Rondo he rolled back the years. Oh wait,
I'm saying is
Boston Celtics. The way he was distributing, yeah.
I'm telling you, man. There's no one
LeBron
there.
wasn't even. He was just facilitating. LeBron wasn't even going mad. So,
But you know what he does in game 1?
cool,
He just tries to.
isn't it?
He just tries to find out what guys are like.
but
in
I
game
think
1.
back to the Clippers because that's a big thing. That them going out there, going out at the semi-finals. I mean,
They won't win it. They won't win a championship with that team there. They won't win a championship.
I don't-
This year
I-
was the only year that they could have won a championship.
see-
Why I say that?
Come.
Why I say that? Because bro, people are forgetting about Golden State. Will be back next year. You know.
I don't see Kawhi being there long either.
Brooklyn's coming back
well,
as
he's
well.
got 1 year. He's got 1 year. left.
Kyrie, KD.
Yeah,
They're going to be.
They're my
Who's
team.
that? Brooklyn.
Brooklyn
They're my
This is
team.
what I'm
the
saying.
Nets are my team, and I
Oh,
think they'll come back.
you know, I'm
Remember,
not-
KD's been out all year.
I'm not.
Those two
I'm
are
not
emotional though,
I'm
so
not.
I don't know how it's
I'm
gonna
not
work.
putting all my chips into KD and Kyrie because for me, Kyrie has shown me too many holes in this game. The fact that the way he went to Boston, yeah, and he flopped.
No, but-
and they've been getting to the Eastern Conference Finals twice now
but
without
I
him.
think that's a different Kyrie to this one now. He's
Come on,
you
man.
see, he
What's
got
the
Batman
difference?
Robin.
What's the difference?
Yeah?
What's
Say
the
you got
difference?
Batman Robin. Kyrie's a Robin, and I think KD is the Batman.
Okay,
It's
we
like
see.
how he was with the Cavaliers.
Yeah, but I think when he went to Boston, it was like, all right, this is your team now. You were talking about Bron.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
let's
yeah.
sit
Do
back
your- do your thing.
and it didn't look
Yeah,
good. He
yeah.
didn't have to motivate them. But
So
now
you think he's accepted now being a Robin?
Yeah, kind of has to.
I think he's been humbled. Surely, he's been humbled.
Bruv,
Even with the Celtics,
Kyrie's
with
got
the
a big
Nets,
personality. You know, Kyrie thinks
No, he has, but that's why I
Listen.
feel like when it was like because I watched that recently. That
And
game,
Steve Nash
I
is the new
watched- I
coach,
watched
so-
that game 7 when the Cavaliers beat the Golden State and Kyrie hit that 3.
He done it. Yeah,
He
done
was
it.
just there, but it was still LeBron.
Yeah,
So,
but that's what I'm saying.
with
so now you got
yeah,
KD,
cool, stay there.
but also
if you put him
KD and
there-
LeBron though.
yeah, that's
exactly.
what.
But if you put
'Cause
put
KD,
Kyrie
this is
there,
KD's
if
time
you
to
put-
run a team
If you
now.
put Kyrie there on his ones now, sorry,
Yeah.
he can't run it.
But this is even KD's
But
chance to run a
KD
team.
ain't
Can
no
you-
LeBron.
Yeah, that's what I'm
KD
saying.
And I hate the
KD's
comparisons,
sick,
bro.
but KD's
But I
sick.
hate.
He's not LeBron, but
he's
KD's
not
sick.
LeBron.
But this is his time. He's going to be able to like be the leader.
See with the Golden State, I think their time's done.
No.
See that dynasty.
Listen, let me tell you why. I don't think it's that. Number one, their two best players are shooters. Shooters have a longevity in the
of course.
game. Number two, I'm going to see what Giannis, the Greek freak, does in free
Let's see
agency.
where he goes.
If he goes to Golden State, which I feel he might go
Who's the
there.
favourites? They're saying someone in the East.
The Nets.
What, New York
Why
or
is it gone
something?
on my head? Why?
No, it's no one in the East. No one in the East he's going
If he
to.
goes Nets.
What, Miami Heat?
Yeah, I think it was Heat.
If he goes to the Heat,
They were saying
Him and
Heat.
Butler could have fun.
They were saying Heat.
Him and Butler could have
bro,
fun.
if
He
he
goes
goes to
Celtics, man. Go Celtics,
No,
man.
no, no,
We'll
no,
find a way.
forget
We'll find a way. We'll find a way. But back to back to the Clippers. Yeah, I think Kawhi, because he's been getting a lot of flack. I don't like it. I don't like the flack.
Why?
I know it was the whole kind of adverts he was doing that he's the new king. He's here on the West
back
now.
it up.
Yeah, I get that. But I feel like when Paul George came, who he chose to come, I think there was a lot of times he was deferring to Paul George, and Paul George was hitting shots to the
No, but
backboard.
is that your excuse for him? That you're deferring? Everyone knows who's the number one player on that team.
Yeah, but you
And
can
it's
see those
Kawhi.
times. You see, I feel if Paul George was at that team, I think they would have gone through because I think everything would have gone through Kawhi.
That's just an
and-
excuse, man. That's an excuse.
Nah, man, the slack that
You're
they've
the
been giving Kawhi.
reigning. You're the reigning.
What he did last year compared to this year has been a massive.
Yeah, but look at the difference though. Lowry was the man that was the what do you call it? The right hand man, right? But Kawhi, it was Kawhi, isn't it? Everything was going through him. But I'm seeing Kawhi like giving it to George. Like, no, you can.
But that's not down to George. That's down to him.
Or is that down to Doc?
Yeah,
But
that's
what I'm
another thing
saying.
as well.
Supposedly Kawhi's not happy with
Yeah,
Doc.
but all that stuff,
He's gone.
but
He's
all
gone.
that stuff comes out when you lose. When you're winning,
Yeah,
none
no
of
one
that stuff
says
comes
nine.
out.
No one
Once
says
it loses, he wasn't happy with the tactics and that. It always happens.
Doc's done. He's done.
It always
So what we
happens.
saying anyway? Lakers, yeah. LeBron, because I'm not gonna lie. I'll say it. I'll admit it. I said he's not gonna win another chip.
I mean, let's not be premature now.
I think he's doing. I think
It's not premature, but I'm looking at the matchups.
Yeah.
You know, NBA is all about matchups.
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
looking at the matchups, and I'm like,
Over
number
7.
one, the Joker can't stop AD. No way, no how. And even Dwight Howard's having his way.
I think
with
they'll
him.
beat the Nuggets. It's just.
But even the other two, who on the Heat can stop AD?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's
AD is the
thing
wild
I
card.
like the Celtics personally. They're like got a soft spot for me.
Celtics is my guys, man.
just feel
That's my
I
peoples.
think they can beat the Heat, but I mean, it's just how.
And then once again, Celtics, who can stop AD?
No, but then
It's
when
mad.
Tatum and Kemba, they're man on job. They're on
Kemba's
job.
on job,
but-
but he's talking about
They're on-
defensively.
No, defensively, yeah, of course, but
And experience-wise, and
See,
slowing
we
the
shouldn't have
game
lost
down.
Al
and-
Horford. You see, we lost people, man. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
But
Let's see anyway.
yeah, man, guys, thank you for watching, listening. We'll be back next week.
don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe,
Yes,
subscribe
yes.
to the thing, man.
Follow.
You get me? And we'll be back next week. See you later. Peace and love.
Peace.
Nice one.
All right.